Hey y'all, we back. And y'all, this is Big Homie CC. They gave him that nickname. And he stuck with it. Now, Big Homie CC is sharing some information with us that I'm just surprised that FBI not speaking with him. You know, he was a security guard. And he done been out and did a house and everything. So he was explaining that he has rescued kids from the Eastern European and the Nigerian monsters, and uh, rescued people, a man daughter, somebody's daughter from trafficking. And y'all, and look, before we say anything, look, I need y'all to like and subscribe to the channel, and get your membership as well. And before we go even further, close that screen door and start letting all them flies up in here. That's just a saying that Grandmama Funny and Grandmama Lanita says on her channel. Now, but everything I say is allegedly. Now, this guy was interviewed by this man. He was on somebody else's channel. CC was on somebody else's channel, America Dope. And I'm going to give him the credit because this is his video. And he was speaking that he went down, he went over to a place and he was going down the hall and the door opened. And with the door come open, it was a chain on the door. And it was 2 chains on the door, and it was weird and spooky. So he didn't say that, I'm saying that. So when he was coming back up from the bathroom, he was headed to the bathroom, and the man said, look, whatever you do, don't open up the doors. He said, okay. So he went past the door, slammed. And then he said when he came back, 2 little eyes were looking at him. So they let you know that there was kids. And once they found out there was eyes peeping, then they closed the door. So now we speaking of Eastern European and Nigerian, okay? Kids, but those probably kids that are thrown away, being mistreated and everything. But look, let's listen to him, what he said.
That's why you don't see any of them coming on the internet to try to challenge me or anything I'm saying, because they know the boogeyman exists. You feel me? And so that's why people like Cam Capone was like, man, bro, I didn't get no. He got a cease and desist from Orlando Brown mentioning Jaleel White. I was Jaleel White bodyguard. I spoke about being with him. He got no cease and desist for that. When I was with him, I seen Puff, I seen Sean Combs, F. Gary Gray, and I seen Ray J together in Vegas on very strange time. What the hell? He reached out to me, trying to talk to me to clear his name. I got his phone number, but it's just like, dude, I don't want to talk to you guys, man, because I know how y'all operate. I swear to God, bro. So, once I came out and the information about me having pneumonia and testing positive for cyanide, and Kim Porter died from pneumonia. His ex-wife, Al B. Shore, died from pneumonia. His ex-security.
Wow.
Wait, he died from pneumonia. He paid Cassie $30 million. Innocence doesn't cost that much under this scrutiny. And bro, I done had violent altercations with Combs and security. I done put a couple of them in the hospital before. Oh, really? Them dudes. Tell me about champagne. And pretty much started to faint. At a park, the champagne, get a headache. I started feeling real weird. It's not a.
Okay, y'all, he's having a conversation with this guy. And the guy talking more than he is. So they really ain't saying nothing.
But I knew in order to bring attention to my true message, a few celebrities got to get thrown under the bus. But your young man as well.
Okay, so he's speaking. He rescued kids around. It was more girls than it was boys. I mean, this is too much, y'all, to be out on the internet. This is a lot. He said the ratio of boys 2 girls more than a few boys.
So the ratio, I would say, out of 10, I would say 7-3. Oh, so when it comes to the young men, these are I always kept, like, only the people who really knew, like my mom and close people to me, like, knew that I would operate in the human trafficking field, simply because when I first started it, it was extremely dangerous. So I ended up in a situation where I had a large bounty placed on my head. FBI comes to my house. They tell my mom, we're looking for your son. We have information. There's a bounty on his life and stuff like that. Because by law, they have to tell you they know. Yeah, so the people were Serbian dudes. But they had a connection. So my principal.
He said that they was a couple Serbian dudes, okay? Okay, just to educate y'all, when he speak of Serbia dudes, they are into trafficking, okay? And you can see this article right here said 2023 trafficking in persons report in Serbia. That's what he just spoke of, okay? So it is true and facts information he just mentioned. And by the way, the government decreased this because during the COVID, around the COVID time, the government investigated and prosecuted a few of those Serbian guys, yes, and convicted few of the traffickers, okay, in Serbia, okay. So I don't know if he really telling me. I know it's true facts about the Serbia guy, but I don't know about what he talking about. Okay. See, just like the FBI went after P Diddy. This is the same thing they did to the Serbian. I'm sorry, uh, house. They came in there and bust their house the same way they did Diddy. See. And all the time they'll come to your house like that, they know something. So we're gonna get back with him.
Client was a Nigerian gentleman. His name was Lambo. So
well, I really tried to find the man name who he was speaking of, named Lambo, and these just the only matches that came with it. Okay.
was Sean Combs to them, because Sean Combs is the middleman to the rich guys. Yeah, he lines everything up. So then when he needs things, the rich guys, because there's always somebody richer. So Buffy was against that company Diage. I seen him sell Revolt TV, and Revolt TV was his baby. So sell Revolt, I said, oh, he knows that the clock is ticking.
So what they trying to say, y'all, is that P Diddy was getting his money, his big money for Surrett, okay, and not because of music. So his money just didn't come from music.
He went against that company Diage. I seen him sell Revolt TV, and Revolt TV was his baby. Him sell Revolt, I said, oh, he knows that the clock is ticking.
So they were saying that Lambo is the Nigerian version of Combs. So he got something going on here with these different countries. Wow, that's crazy.
In Chicago was, he had 2 safe houses. One in particular day, I show up to one, and what happened was he got referred to me by a club owner that I was working with. You know, I had invested some money. I bought 3% of the nightclub. To make a long story short, he never would ever let me know the actual location. He would call for my ride to pick me up. There's no windows on this vehicle. You know, yeah, he went through a lot to keep this in particular location a secret. And to me, I'm like, man, bro, I met your parents, man. Why don't you want me to know that? Particular situation, he's a big poker guy. You know, he would have big poker parties. So what ended up taking place was we at this location. For the first time ever, though, he's got a Faraday box. Put your phone inside this Faraday box, and you know it's off grid now. No electronic signals getting sent out. So, hey man, okay, yeah, I like you, man. But I say, look, I need to use the bathroom. He says, down the hallway to the left. Don't open any doors.
Now, this one is gonna get creepy, y'all. Listen to what he's saying. He just mentioned you going over somebody's house and they tell you the bathroom down the hall, but don't open up the doors. Don't open up any doors. They go straight to the bathroom. But listen to him what he explained what happened when he was on his way to the restroom. This is spooky.
Okay, but here's the problem. As I'm walking down this hallway, I can see the bathroom at the very end of this hallway. It's about 40-foot hallway. There are two doors on my left-hand side. The right side, there are no doors. One of the doors, as I walked past it, it was cracked open, but there was a chain link on the inside that kept it locked.
Scary.
It was two of them. I seen the two chains. So as I walked past, it slammed shut. I used the bathroom, and I'm like, wait a second. So I opened up the bathroom door. I flushed the toilet, cut the sink on. That door opens up again. I move quietly. I get close, and I peep inside. I see at least minimum 40 people in this room.
Now, I don't understand it. It's 40 people in that room. Who opened up that door? They tell him not to open up the door, but the door can't open itself. And plus, it was changed up, y'all. So why would somebody open up that door if they know that he don't want nobody to know something about the door? Why is that door open and cracked? And then they shut it. What they trying to get him in trouble as a security guard, or were they trying to get them some help? So, and he said he saw a minimum of 40 people. How he see 40 people? So do y'all think this is true or is this fishing? Put it in the chat right now. True or fishing?
It's like a whole nother smell. The smell was like, I played football. It's like a locker room. Right. But then something told me to look down. I look down and I see two little eyes.
Okay. Now all of a sudden, he looked down and he see two little eyes. So somebody put a baby right there. He saw two little eyes. Lord have mercy. Out of 40 people, he saw two eyes. Two little eyes at that.
In the top of the head. And I look, I say, that's a kid. No. I'm shut again. Kid? Fast, bro. Because I'm like, all right. What's going on? And now on the couch, my back is to these gentlemen at the table gambling. I hear the Eastern European descent looking guy say this. He said, you know, Lambo, it was as tight as my clothes palm, and it had no hair on it. You do great business. And I just had this feeling of like, all right now. It must be a dark. I'm getting the chills right now thinking about it because it was the darkest feeling I ever felt. Solemn feeling. Because I said to myself, like, all right, what's going to happen here if I don't take action? I said to myself, you know what? don't confront this guy right now about this. When I got done with that particular shift, I spoke to this is a apartment building. The first floor had a convenience store, and on top of it was residential. An alley, and I walked up a set of stairs, so I couldn't see no street signs, anything like that. So I tell him, look, man, I gotta leave. Some stuff came up with my family, etc., etc. But I waited until their bottle of whiskey got really low. So once that bottle of whiskey got low, I said, it's my chance to get up out of here without him calling to get me driven out of here. Were these these are underworld gentlemen. These aren't people that you can play with. And I told myself, I say now, if I do this is going to change the trajectory of my life. Because obviously, this guy, his name's Lambo. This guy's riding a Lamborghini.
Okay, y'all. He's speaking of something that happened in 2014, which is not old, as I spoke to y'all earlier in one of my videos. That because they said something 2014 to 2008, 2009. Don't. It's not old, y'all. It was 10 years ago only. 10 years, and it's still happening. Come on, y'all. 10 years ago ain't bad. But did he tell anybody? That's what I want to know. Did he help anyone?
After I spoke to my mom, I spoke to my grandmother.
Okay.
Rest in peace to her. She died the following year. I spoke to my aunt. And then I talked to my homies. And they was like, look, whatever you want to do, we with you. I'm going to omit certain details right now, So, once we were able to, I'm just going to say it, man, a guy ended up restrained to a chair. And once he was restrained, we was able to get people, get that room opened up, get the second room opened up. The second room was set up where guys could come in there and have their way with whoever they purchased. And these are Pacific Islander, like Filipino, stuff like that. Out that his main sources, one of the sources of income was they would purchase stolen vehicles, do the VIN swap, put them in shipping containers, and shoot them back over to Africa to resell them. He had a shipping company. So basically, what was found out later that, this group came in a shipping container. The group of people came in a shipping container and did once. You can sell a person over and over and over. Now in Mexico, for $55,000, you can purchase a 20-year-old female. If you want to buy one younger than that, under 13, it's $200,000. And then if eye color, hair color, nationality, and age. That's what's up. Whenever you hear of an American disappearing in Mexico, they ended up getting deported. Status, I don't know. But
okay, he bitching that guy named Lambo. This, like I said, this happened 10 years ago, y'all. And he said that he got deported. They don't make the story sound real, but stuff like that, we used to see it on TV. You know what I mean? So it making it real. Why would he make it up? You know what I mean? So we got to find out about the underworld. Where do that come in at? Okay, so Lambo was something like another P. Diddy. That's what he trying to tell y'all. And he was kind of like pimping people in Serbian. And the Serbian poisoned him or did something to him. That sound like I don't know. And so he think they poison Lambo. They try to poison him. That was the toxicology says. Now let's see paperwork. We hear y'all talking, but let's see paperwork. Y'all make it sound like it's unreal.
Report shows signs of cyanide. From that pneumonia 3 times over a period of 6 years.
Now, when he speak of pneumonia, you got to remember Kim Porter had that unalive from pneumonia. Now, pneumonia just don't pop up on you, y'all. It's so much tricks and so much involvement that P. Diddy is in. So he could do anything to you. Because I know Kim didn't just got sick like this. But look, he said he had pneumonia 3 times over a period of 6 years. Somebody got pneumonia that they hanging around.
And the 12 months after this event was very tumultuous for me.
Yeah, see, Kim, she underlined from lobar pneumonia. And she didn't have that. She caught that in 2018. And she would complain about her sore throat in November the 7th, temperature and all that. She got that. Somebody gave it to her. Some kind of way it got into her system. And there go Kim Porter autopsy. I never heard of lobar pneumonia. So where he getting all this chemical stuff, bacteria, that's a bacteria she'd have unalive from. Now this video, it looked like big homie CC, they locking somebody, arresting somebody from trafficking. Trafficking happen every day, y'all. So what CC they did right here was trying to help this man find his daughter. A man, not him particularly. What he do? Sniff him? But big homie, he rescued someone. He rescued from this man right here. Rescued a man's daughter.
Top level, bro. We the best of the best. We've been doing this probably about 13 years now. Shit. Definitely seen a lot of things. Returned a lot of people home. I was curious if that happens a lot. Oh, whenever we take on a new client, we don't make promises, but we do a proper threat assessment and risk mitigation.
So he's trying to help the guy. I guess he's trying to help the guy find his daughter. I guess he is this guy right here. But it looked like they were checking him down, so I guess they weren't too sure was he the cop or what. But they have to do their job.
We do an investigation, and on the person who contacts us, and if we believe we cannot help you, we don't take the job. So, that's respectful, huh? I want to shake your hand now. Welcome aboard. Okay. All right. First and foremost, I want to ask you this. When it comes to these two ladies, you
So, facts are fiction. You know, it's up to y'all to believe in what you hear and what you see. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. I'm out.